Waiting for Judah.
Yo! Hi, Chad. And also, hi, everybody watching. How do I tell who's watching? Just click that thing.
I don't know if
Luke?
still an amateur.
Liz? Hi, Liz!
Oh,
Is Liz watching right now? Yo, hello.
so, if only my
Donna.
watches.
Oh, Aaron Reynolds. Hi, Aaron Reynolds. Jesse Chudakov. Good old Jesse. Thanks for joining. All right, I'm going to pop this down. Hi, guys. Am I, yeah. What's good, bud?
You're good. Oh, I'm great.
Cool.
I love that you're just saying hello to people from my past.
Yeah. Jesse, I already forget the last name.
That's okay.
Chudnik? Chudnik. Good old Jesse Chudnik.
Oh,
How do man, I am really messing this up. Okay. All right. I feel good about that angle.
just like an earthquake. All right, you're going to play worst superhero names ever today. And
Yes, sir.
so basically, what we're doing, people, and if nobody watches this, it's okay. For our friendship, we have this in a time capsule that will be.
That's really what I'm mainly concerned about.
That's all that matters. But okay, so we're playing this game. We're pretty much assembling the worst Avengers you could think of. We're going back to Civil War, Tony Stark versus Captain America, but the worst possible versions of the Avengers you could think of. We're going to go back
Absolutely.
and just present to the people, to Stan Lee, to whoever needs this.
Mainly to the ghost of Stan Lee, wherever he may be. Of the four live people watching right now, one of them is definitely, odds are, gotta be the ghost of Stan Lee.
I'm just saying. So
Yeah, let's do it.
both present these. We've got to make the worst possible superheroes up, and later on we will poll who has the worst superhero squad. You have to share the name, and you have to share their awful superpowers. Whatever else you want to drop into the narrative, how bad they are at fighting crime, doesn't matter. I've got it lined up. I've got my Google Doc ready to go right here, and I think that I'm going to make some money off these superheroes.
That's the end goal, yeah.
So
Cool, man.
we'll,
Who's how are we bracketing this thing out?
so we'll spend.
Are people voting in between rounds, or what are we doing?
No, we're just gonna go back and forth. We're gonna just kind of narrate, drop some commentary on each other's, and then later on, I'll do a poll sharing all three of ours versus one another, and people will vote on that. So it'll be a bit different than when we're live at students. But
Yep.
yeah. So as the guest, bring me
Yes, sir.
your first awful worst superhero.
Ooh, buddy boy, I would love to. And by the way, just for you, I got a little twist this time around. Are you ready? Here's the twist. 2 of these superheroes I personally made up with horrible superpowers that would not be useful in any situation. The third one is an actual superhero that was attempted by Marvel that lasted in, I believe, one comic in the 1960s, and people hated him so much they got rid of him immediately. At the end, we can guess who it is.
Does it have
Can we do that?
with the eraser on your pencil?
The eraser on my pencil. Which, by the way, this isn't one of the characters. There is really a supervillain named Eraser Man, whose power he swipes with his hand and just erases stuff out of the universe.
Oh,
Which sounds cool, never used well. Never once used effectively. Okay, yeah, I will kick us off. Ceremonial tab. Okay, starting off. Person number 1. Hope you guys are ready for this. Voodoo Mama Juju. Get ready. Okay.
there's more.
So we've all heard of voodoo dolls, right? You poke it with a pin and then something happens to another person. Voodoo Mama Juju contains voodoo magical powers, where she can, at a moment's notice, trip somebody up or make them break a leg. However, the way she does this is she focuses her mental energy on the target and then does it to herself. So, like, like if she wants someone to break a leg, she has to, like, hop off of a garage roof and break her own leg. And then hope that she's focusing on that person at the exact right time. And it doesn't always work. Usually it works, but sometimes she just breaks a leg or punctures a rib, and she's just got to kind of heal up and try again in 6 to 8 weeks. And, you know, she's there for us. She tries her hardest. She really puts 100% into it, and I respect that.
I love the medical terminology. She'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks, whenever it sets up. It needs time.
Okay, so when she does this to somebody, if she's like, "Oh, I got to break this guy's leg. He's a villain," she breaks her leg, and and the villain breaks his leg too, or is it just all?
The villain will usually break their leg. It almost always works.
But always, it's a boomerang onto her.
Oh, well, not even a boomerang. It's worse than that. She has to, like, take a hammer and break her ankle. Like, she has to physically. It's really hard. She chickens out a lot. Like, she's dropped the ball a couple of times because she just can't bring herself to do it.
So bad.
But she's getting. I believe in her. I think she's got what it takes.
Yes. Okay, so some days she's just like the thief. I'm not breaking it today.
Can't bring herself to do it. Can't do it. And that's okay.
All right, so what's the name again?
Voodoo Mama Juju.
Voodoo.
Voodoo. Judah's Voodoo Mama Juju.
I love it. Great first
Me too.
pick for your team.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Are you ready for this?
I don't know. I hope.
All right. My first pick is Floppy Disco.
Okay. I'm ready.
Disco removes the floppy disk icon from computers that he walks by, making it so that you cannot save any documents. You cannot save what you're doing anymore. He has a utility belt. It's not really a utility belt. It's just a belt with unlimited floppy disk holding capacity. To either provide citizens with obsolete technology, or because he's trained in the art of disco, and surprise, he's trained in ninja arts. He spent a chapter of his life in the Himalayas, where he trained in the discipline of becoming a ninja assassin. So when the villain, he uses floppy disks as ninja stars.
Okay. Are they, like, sharpened or anything? Are they? They're not weaponized in any way.
No, he just has a weird fetish with floppy disks.
It's just a 1 ounce rigid plastic disc. Okay, I dig it. Now,
children that are watching have no idea what that is. So
no, not at all. Well, that makes it even better, because I don't know if people would notice that their floppy disks were missing. Except maybe the save icon. Can he control it? Like, is it at will, or he just any computer he walks by?
Any computer he walks by, it's on accident.
So this includes his own computer, then.
Oh yeah. Everything.
What does he do for a living?
Everything around him's obsolete technology. When he does get the luck of taking down a villain with a Ninja Star floppy disk, he does a disco dance.
That's pretty good.
Over the villain.
That's not bad.
That's what he has. So
that's not bad.
There you go.
Oh boy! Wow. All right. I don't know if this next one is going to beat that one, but I'll try. All right. So next up, from the Marvel Universe. Oops, I said too much. I'm just kidding. Maybe this is the real one, or maybe it's not. You ready for this?
Oh, yes.
Memento Consento. Now let me explain. we're all familiar with the superpower of mind control, right? Of being able to inhibit someone's thoughts and place suggestions, all right? Imagine, if you will, a supervillain, this one's a villain, who attempts to do that, but can only control people's minds if he explicitly asks first, they understand the risks, and they accept for whatever reason. So he can't even trick them. He can't even be like, hey, can I tell you something? And they say, yes, that doesn't count. He has to say, I have evil intent. I am here to rob your bank. Would you mind if I control your mind to make that happen? So as you can imagine, for the most part, people turn him down. They say no, thank you. He's got to really vet people out and make sure he's talking to someone who's like a real pushover, who doesn't want to be rude.
Okay. So is this villain's catchphrase, may I have your Memento Consento?
I mean, sure. It's not his catchphrase.
I love the politeness of most people who aren't idiots are just like, oh, no, thank you.
No, thank you, sir. Well, because in Gotham City or New York or Metropolis or wherever he is, people are pretty used to him. He wears his costume all the time, and he just spends most of his day just walking into banks and like nuclear reactor facilities and just politely asking if he can control their brains. They're like, okay, it's Memento Consento again. We forgot to tell the new hires about this guy, but basically you just have to say no thank you, and he walks away.
So much.
But the 1% of the time it works. He's in there, boy. He's in there.
He hits him. I love it. Okay. My second pick, her name is Air Lauren.
Say that again.
You've heard of Air Jordan, like Michael?
Yes. Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Air Lauren. Lauren is a 48-year-old Southern belle who lives pretty much in the middle of nowhere. No cell phone, no home phone, no fax machine, no of modern technology, no floppy disks.
Yeah, much like Floppy Disco.
I'm very much about obsolete technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on brand right now. So she only has a ham radio as her form of communication. She spends her day making strange friends, sometimes intersecting evil intent that crime is going to happen at any part in the country or international if it goes that far. I don't know how crazy her ham radio is. But she also doesn't have transportation. She doesn't have a car. She doesn't have Uber. She doesn't have trains, planes, or automobiles anywhere in the remote vicinity near her. It's miles and miles away. Her only form of transportation is how she got her name, Air Lauren. Parked in the back is her hot air balloon. Her hot air balloon. So just in time for ESPN to be rolling out that they're early releasing their Michael Jordan documentary, we'll learn about Air Lauren, who is always late to take down the bad guys in her hot air balloon. Her power. This hermit lady can snap her fingers and her thumb ignites like a small Bic lighter or Zippo lighter.
But a small one.
Like, she can light her small candles at home, and she can light her hot air balloon. And she can't do much against enemies, but
sure.
That's her power.
Okay. I need to ask some qualifying questions. So in this world, are hot air balloons as literally impossible to steer as they are in real life? Like, just completely subject to whatever direction the wind is blowing?
Oh, Lauren has no idea how to navigate.
She knows up and she knows down.
Yeah, she can only light it up.
And going down is literally just not pressing anything. So she just knows how to go up.
Praise.
And prayer, which I appreciate.
Consento this time.
So she has to hope that she, A, hears about something that's going to go down.
Yes.
B, hope that whatever's going down is happening in like a couple days, and is also like a straight shot downwind of wherever she is.
Yes.
And whatever is happening can be solved by a little flame.
Yes.
That is pretty good. Yeah. I'll give you that.
Yes. She's best friends with Memento Consento.
And our third character, who I cannot wait to introduce you to.
Let's go.
Chad, are you familiar with kangaroos?
Absolutely.
How about Kanga-Dude?
Tell me about him.
Here we go. I don't know if you're ready for this. Kanga-Dude is an Australian supervillain. We're going villain again this time.
Okay.
Who? Let me just ask it. Would you like to guess what his superpower is? His name is Kanga-Dude.
Jumps, kicks people when they're not supposed to be kicked.
Yeah. He can do one of those things. He can jump.
Okay.
And not even that high. So, here's the story. Born in Australia and raised on a kangaroo farm, Kanga-Dude grew up as Kang Andrew Dudington and later changed his name to Kanga-Dude. He grew up with kangaroos and had a rough upbringing because he got kicked a lot by the kangaroos. One day, he was out on the farm feeding them and didn't have time to go in for lunch, and so he ate what he found out later were irradiated kangaroo pellets. But here's the thing, that's not even important because the kangaroo pellets did nothing to his body. It's completely separate from that. He slowly trained himself to jump a little higher each day until he could jump like literally less than 5 feet into the air. But that's still pretty high. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen anyone jump that high, but that's not bad.
No.
It's not effective, but it's not bad. If he was the only person on Earth that could do that, now you got a party. But the problem is, this is in the Marvel Universe where literally everyone is more powerful than him.
Wait. So this is the Marvel character that didn't work out, Kanga-Dude.
Yeah, Kanga-Dude. Is that your guess?
It's got to be, yeah.
That is real. There's really a character. And Kanga-Dude isn't even his name. I use that as a distraction. Do you want to know his real name? Kangaroo.
Roy.
Nope, not even. Kangaroo. There's not even a space. His name is just Kangaroo. That's just an animal. There's nothing has been done to his name.
They just had to meet their...
And the other thing is true. He ate irradiated kangaroo pellets as part of his backstory. You find out later that didn't do anything. That didn't change him at all. He just, separate from that, learned to jump. The 60s were a wild time, man. Stan was just throwing everything up against the wall.
They were 60s, and they just forgot to write the rest of it, or they had to meet a quota. That month, we got one more superhero. What his backstory is, just throw something in there with radiation, and I don't even care if that ends up being what gets him.
They completely forgot by the end. They're like, oh, we never explained how any of this happened. We're just going to have to kill him off. It's too dangerous.
Okay, so how high can he jump? 5 feet?
Yeah, he's shown in one of the panels as with a running jump, barely jumping over the shoulders of a security guard. So it's about 5 feet.
Security guard.
Yeah, and he's working for it. He takes a running leap and barely makes it, which I feel like I've seen people do.
Oh yeah.
Now that I think about it, I've seen plenty of people do that. It's not even that. I mean, I can't do it, but I've seen people do it.
Yeah, it's kind of a normal activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
kangaroo.
Pretty amazing.
You're bringing it home with Kangaroo, and you did even a better job than the original writer. And actually,
Thank you.
so thank you for
Yeah. Yeah, appreciate it.
We saved best for last.
Here we go.
My third one, I think, is gonna bring me the trophy. I was laughing at myself hysterically. I have to be
Okay.
The Big Barista.
Yeah, that wins.
Now, this is a terrible superhero. The Big Barista, he's a 300-pound Samoan man whose cape is a green apron. Does not
Okay.
at Starbucks. That
Sure.
confuses everybody. He's always throwing everybody off with this. Like, I don't work for Starbucks. He's more of an independent coffee contractor, if you will.
Sure.
Whenever he hears the word coffee, a fresh, piping hot, artisan cup of coffee ends up magically appearing in the person who said the word coffee's hands. So, for example, if somebody's like, man, I could go for a cup of coffee right now. Boom! He hears it, cup of coffee is in their hand. The Big Barista saves the day. However, these free, magically appearing cups of coffee are always decaf. They're always decaf. But wait, there's more.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
When he encounters a villain and gets into crime fighting mode, he can make his cups of coffee appear to hit them in the face or give them an espresso body shot.
It's not that bad. The coffee's pretty hot, right?
It's very hot. It's piping hot still. And only those cups of coffee that he wastes throwing on crime
Don't say it.
those are fresh and caffeinated. Nice guy, though.
Yeah, great. He sounds pretty awesome. Is the fact that he's essentially Maui from Moana, is that related at all?
No.
A 300-pound Samoa. Not important, but I continue.
That's it.
It is a good visual, though. I the entire time I was imagining Maui from Moana, which is pretty incredible. Huh?
That was the last superhero. I went with all superheroes. You went with two villains.
Two villains. I was going to do three, but that seemed excessive.
Okay, so let's close here. You had Voodoo, Mama, Juju?
Sure. It's Juju. Voodoo Mama Juju.
Oh, goodness. Voodoo, Mama, Juju. And then your second person was not
Memento
Consento.
Memento Consento.
And
Correct.
third was Kanga-Dude.
Kanga-Dude.
Okay, love it. Mine were Floppy Disco, Air Lauren, and the Big Barista. We will post these later with the names and their powers or lack thereof, and we will have a poll seeing who wins. Should we do this? The person that loses must have their head shaved?
I mean, sure. Whatever.
It's going to go.
I mean, you're pretty much completely at home, right?
I am.
And I am not at home. I work, but I mean, my head's already pretty close.
Tuck it in.
He's okay.
Much
fine.
For you, bro. Love for you. Thank you for playing Worst Superhero Names Ever with me today. We will be back again with you, I'm sure, in the near future.
Absolutely. 100%.
Let's tell
Maybe with a shaved head.
Let's tell them love you.
Love you guys. Love you, Chad.
All right.
Love you, Liz. Bye, everybody.